left-hand side. Munns delivers the free kick towards the back post. Keeper will come, and keeper will claim Ryan Boot. Decent claim as well.
It was a better delivery. It was in the kind of the right area, but the keeper was always just favoured the keeper slightly. Yeah. But a couple more like that.
It's a good play from Solihull down that side, clipping the ball forward. Flag for offside, looking for Jamie Ward, who's had a number of clubs, both Forest and Derby, coming down to this level again. And of course they've got on the bench as well Adam Rooney, whose previous visit to Gravelly banged a hat-trick for Salford. So back in the day, so of course he was their big summer signing before COVID. Now we're going to see Webber's under pressure. Needs to clear that, apologises to his teammates. First time we've seen him with the ball at his feet. Pass to Hudlin, gives it back to Webber, and Webber clears that upfield. Decent kick on it up to Musa. Musa's touch was good, but lovely interception by number 15 for Solihull. And Solihull look to come forward now. Down the right hand side, goes to Jamie Ward. Jamie Ward thinks a little bit forward from the on-rushing fullback. Cameron Cox hits the ball against Ratton. Ratton's done well and should clear this down the line. He's done well there, up towards Musa. Musa, one of the players who might want a couple more touches than he actually needs at this level. He'll have players on him. Maybe he's I would say more of a luxury player. Solihull playing some nice football there. Comes to Jamie Ward, puts the ball inside, crossing towards the penalty. Cross goal, good claim by the goalkeeper. The shout was that they wanted it in the middle. The ball back to De Havilland. Got Spencer Adams with it. Clips the ball forward up towards Rose. Rose touch, got away with it a little bit. Then to Musa. Musa goes down. Referee says that's a free kick. To me, that probably wasn't a free kick. I think Musa's gone down.
Had he not jumped out of the way of it, I'm pretty sure it would have been quite an emphatic free kick. That's how we put it. I think that's probably how he's judged it as well.
Yeah, Scott Simpson is the referee. He made the most of that, Musa. He's still down. And goes the physio.
Potentially, I don't know if there was a lot of contact, but he could probably have hurt himself as much with the landing as much as he was trying to get out of the way of the swinging leg, I think. People might say an overachievement, but they're back there at fringes of the playoffs this season and very much looking to get back in the playoff places.
Now Solihull on this counter-attack might have a chance. Jamie Ward's good ball inside Marshall Ratton. Cox will get across into the penalty. A decent looking ball. Ball's at the back post. Couldn't get on the end of it. Ball, could he have gone there a little bit? Launched himself at it, puts his thumb up. But that's a different, and Dave, we've got to be careful on the quick counter-attack.
Absolutely. He put his thumb up because it was a fantastic move and a great cross. He had a little bit too much on it, and I just think perhaps an extra yard of pace and he might have been able to get on it and fling himself in at the far post. Storer, the third Kyle in the lineup, he's got to be 6'2" as well. I reckon they've got an average height of a Kyle of about 6'3.5", 6'4".
Maybe you have to be tall to be called Kyle. Now Jamie Ward on the ball. Lovely diagonal ball through. Ratton did well against Cox. Cox is the danger man. He makes some good runs, and it's a good test for Ratton today because Dover want Ratton to go forward, but he's got to do well defensively because Cox is definitely their most dangerous player because him and Ward seem to be on the same level, wavelength.
Absolutely right. You can just see the class oozing off of Ward already, and Ratton's done really, really well.
With the set piece delivery, no defensively, they've been pretty weak from the header. Ball towards the back post. De Havilland does well, heads the ball on, and that gives a corner for the visitors, their first of the afternoon. Here comes Jamie Ward with it. Towards it's deep towards the back post. Header comes in and it's gone in the back of the net. It looks like it's Nathan Cameron. It is the big defender. The cross came in, headed back towards the goal, and Nathan Cameron couldn't really miss. Hit from 6 yards out, heads the ball in the back of the net. It's a little bit harsh on Dover, but Dover are behind after 30 minutes. It's Dover 0, Solihull 1. But Rose is nowhere near it. And this is the problem. If Dover hits it long, it's just going to come back.
It is going to come back, and they are tenacious in their closing down as well. We've seen a couple of times where they've managed to get the better of the Dover defenders, and it was a real chance, an opportunity missed there from Solihull when the actual 3-on-1 for temporarily. De Havilland was all at sea and get the pass right, and that probably should have been 2.
Dominating the midfield a bit more. Now Ward's lovely ball into Hudlin. Hudlin through on goal. Will he go past the goalkeeper? Keeper comes out. Webber brings him down. Is that a penalty? Referee says no. I've seen no given. No. Hudlin smacks it against Webber. From there, for me, that could have been a pen. It seemed like slow motion.
He stopped. The goalkeeper rushed out and did really well and closed the angle. And I thought he got the ball, but he kind of then stopped. And then I think that he kind of had one hand on the ball and Hudlin kind of hooked it out. It was very strange. As you say, slow motions helped matters at all. You can watch it cutting up before our eyes.
Quickly taking free kick a goal. Jamie Ward shoots the shot. Oh, unlucky Jamie Ward. First time effort. You can see his movement. You can see his class. Comes in there and it's hit the stanchion behind the goal. But a quick movement, and David got to be switched on at those situations.
It's not just the quickness of feet; it's the quickness of mind as well. So it's the intelligence to do that, to make the run, and then to find him as well. They're on the wavelength that David just don't have at the moment. And yeah, this is you can see it's looking a little bit like men against boys at the moment.
The referee says no. He's done well, Rose, but he's got much support with him there. Dover trying to win the ball in midfield, and Solihull then pinging it around in triangles inside the thing, and somebody else slips over. Clipped upfield. Hudlin's a lovely flick on as well. To Ball. He looked to go for goal. James Ball gives it back to Hudlin. Hudlin's in. Is this 2-0? Good stop, mate. Good save by the goalkeeper. Spencer Adams did well as well to get across. Lovely quick movement. Hudlin in there, 12 yards out. Good stop by the young Palace loanee.
That was fantastic football. Football's the winner, definitely, because that was as slick a move as you're likely to see. The weight of the flicked header and then the return pass as well, and really good strong hands to turn it around the post.
Looks like it's going to be Cranston, I think, with this corner, trying to move some of the bottles away by the corner flag. Up goes his right arm. There's the signal. The players move out from the 6-yard box. He comes in towards the back post again. Deep one then. Free header there. Could be 2-0. Good block by de Havilland. Didn't know much about it. The bailiff Spencer Adams clears it away. The keeper said it was out of play. Gives it to Hansen. Hansen again, little bobble, bouncing around. Hudlin flies on, tries to flick it onto himself. He's done well though. Has flicked it onto himself, the big man. Waits for his options, and he's got Jamie Ward outside him. Finds Jamie Ward. Jamie Ward, number 11 on his back. Looks for goal, does go for goal, and that hits the afterwards. Good play from Hudlin. Jamie Ward apologises to his teammates. Impressive though.
Alice band as well.
Yes, Alex. Well, we love that. It could well be. Gives it back to Hawkins. The ball doesn't really bounce that one. Cox again. Cox comes inside. Former West Brom youth player. Hawkins on loan from Newport.
He was at West Brom Academy as well. Hawkins as well. There's another
Gleeson
connection.
Now Dover putting pressure on. Cameron goes back. Cameron has played a couple of games for Wigan this season. Now Dover putting pressure on the likes of Tyrone Williams. Click down the line. You are listening around the world. Click forward by Webber up towards Rose. Comes to Munns outside the penalty. Had a bit of a chance then. Bramble tried a quick 1-2. Munns could have put a bit more time there, but again, good run from Bramble inside the penalty area. Goburn's on it, slips over, and Goburn does well to win the ball back. Shout for handball. Now Solihull may be on the counter-attack. Hudlin's on it. Hudlin, can he find the run of his man? That's a good ball as well to Ward. Ward going away from goal. He's got Ransom with him, looking for men in the box. His man back at the back stick. Comes to Hudlin, hits somebody, goes in. 2-0. Very unlucky. Cross came in, it sort of hit the striker, ran back to Hudlin, a yard out. He couldn't miss. And that probably sums up Dover's season from there. A little bit unlucky, but the luck went to Solihull, and it went to the big man. 6'9". Dover Athletic 0, Solihull Moors 2.
Yeah, I mean Hudlin actually made it with the lovely sprayed pass out. It was they've looked so devastating whenever they get the chance to break. And Dover committed a few men forward for the free kick. I think the keeper came all the way towards halfway to take it, but they didn't make the most of it.
Again, Bramble wanted too much with it. And Ransom, a late challenge on Hansen, the referee waves play on. Now Solihull Moors on the counter-attack. Jamie Ward on the ball. Looks for the run of Cox. Cox runs from forward. Good radio update in a minute or so. Crossing towards the back post. Too heavy.
Chances of getting picked off on the break is all of a sudden you're thinking 3s and 4s again, as we've seen before this season. Yeah, it's going to be really difficult, but they've got to try and keep their heads up. Everyone has to keep their heads up and try and stay positive. And yeah, it's going to be a big next 10 minutes, I think.
Boot on the ball. Clears up to Hudlin. Flicks the ball on. Again, Spencer Adams got to be careful. Ball behind him.
Moment.
Diagonal ball, good ball as well. Gleeson, Jamie Ward keeps it in by the byline. Ward goes past one, goes past two. Is that a pen? Oh, he's booked for diving. Jamie Ward will be booked for diving. And again, he apologises, does he? I think he does. Yellow card. Referee thought about that. To me, that's probably a pen.
To be for disaster, unfortunately.
Yeah. Right, again, I think Andy Hassan-Tyler's got to be looking at the bench here. We've had, looking at my stopwatch, 11 minutes, 57 on the clock now.
They've gone out to warm up. The subs are out.
I think they've got to make it, because you fear another goal for Solihull, which could be on the cards. On the attack now down here. Ball inside to Hudlin again. Hudlin with the chance. Good block from Ransom that time. But again, it's too easy down the middle.
And De Bruyne build up.
Yeah, and maybe did it on that free kick.
I heard you. Thought, oh, he must be good.
Hudlin with a good flick on again down the middle. Spencer Adams reads it. Comes back to Hudlin on the outside of the penalty area. I think he's a tidy player.
Really is, yeah.
Yeah. But wide Gleeson gives it to Cox. Cox right hand side, rattling in front of him. Will he get good past him? Whips in across towards the back post. Nobody there. Bramble might be able to keep that in play, does he? He does well. I don't know why.
He does. I don't know.
I'm sure he was signalling to the bench he wanted to come off. Now Dover again, give the ball away.
If he keeps giving the ball away like that, he will.
Yeah. And again, pretty easy for Solihull. coming forward. Hawkins, man from Notts County, again former West Brom man, goes inside. Sabra, a very small man. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins will go back. Rose will do it. Chase the ball. Again, we've seen Boots not the greatest of the ball at his feet. He's bouncing around, easily muscled off by Hansen by Hawkins. Hawkins
Hansen
again.
Truly has been on the floor more than the Solihull goalkeeper.
Coming forward and puts the ball into Hudlin. Lovely ball inside. Sabra is in. Sabra, will he shoot? Goes across the goal. Everybody misses everybody on this slippery surface. And now Dover might have a chance to come forward with Bramble over right hand side. Tired as well with this game when Hawkins crossing towards the back. Goalkeeper backpedaling. Hudlin with the header. Ball bouncing away. Cleared away by Ransom. It's going to come straight back in there. Ball's in there. Dover, make sure they don't give a free kick away. 18 minutes gone in the second half. Dover 0, Solihull 2 here on BBC Radio Kent. Then get final hour of the programme. Still Solihull just playing some nice football. Diagonal ball forward. Ratton might get that. No, goes inside to Cox. Cox inside the wing back, going across the pitch. Musa comes across. He does well. Andy Hessen's side.
I think he's the one that you would bring on. From what I've seen.
Now Dover on the attack. Collins gives it to Rose outside the penalty area. Rose going again. Rose shoots, and that's wide. See what can do. It's a set piece though for Solihull, level with the Dover dugout. Going to be delivered forward in towards the penalty area. Ball bouncing around. Wood deciding to get it. Comes to Rooney. Comes back out now. Rooney inside the penalty area. Rooney digs one in. Keeper stays on his line. Good header away by de Havilland. Cleared away by Ratton. It's going to come back from Solihull though. They decide to go back. Gleeson goes back, and they'll go again. Louis Collins trying to make a nuisance of himself at the back line, but Cameron and doing that, and Dover will go back. Collins will think, I keep going back on this pitch, you might get a bobble. The keeper didn't look the most fluent with the ball at his feet, but he's done well there, giving it wide, and they go long over the top then. Solihull, but dealt with by Ransom. Now Gregory heads it to a red shirt, and Solihull got plenty of time to bring the ball forward. Liam Trotter has been sent off for Bromley against Halifax in that game. Ball bouncing around. Oh, got to be lively here. Rooney trying to get back in. Does well though. Ransom. Now Goburn on the ball now. Wood clips the ball forward looking for Collins. Collins got round the back. You might get there in front of the goalkeeper, Collins. Oh, trying to get a little touch on it. Did well there. Boot will clear the ball out of play. Does it? Hits Ratton. Gets back in goal. And they'll go again. Now Wood wins the ball back. Did well though, Collins. Now Collins, he's off the pitch trying to stay inside. Wood driving forward. Wood drives the ball in towards penalty area. Comes to Gregory. Gregory's shot smacks against the Solihull player. Couldn't get a thing on it. Bouncing around, and Boot gets on the end of it. And that goes away. Willstone 2, Aldershot 4 in the National League, and West Ham 4, Doncaster 0. That's a now Dover have got to get men in the box. Ratton's cross. Too heavy, is it? Towards Gregory. Comes in found to Hansen. Hansen gives it to Gregory inside the penalty area. Back again. Cross inside the penalty. Good flap out by the goalkeeper. Cleared away. Oh, and then cleared away by Cameron. Again, I don't think that's a foul by him. No, it is wrong. Referee says no. Now Bramble with it. Bramble. Bit of a pressure from Dover. Terrible cross. To Wood. Wood first time ball into Rose. That's a good ball as well. Rose trying to get Collins in. Cameron's inside the penalty area. That's Beckenbauer-esque, that was, wasn't it?
Just a bit. Month, I guess. I think there's definitely been a lot better.
Yeah.
And the belief does look to be there. That little spell, last 5 minutes or so, the belief is there. They're growing. They're making the runs. The energy's back. So it's a streaky thing. All they need is a little break, get one goal, and then anything could happen.
Yeah. He's getting that goal though. Pick forward again, Dover. And then Hansen again goes over Goburn's head. Might have Dover players, might have fit players back on Tuesday. You never know. In the game you'll hear on BBC Radio Kent against Barnet.
I think as easy as a big miss.
was warming up. Rooney and Rigg before the game. Diagonal ball forward, headed away into Sabra's in. This will be 3. That should be a goal kick. Again, late challenge came in.
Yeah, I think the ball, he got to the ball first, but it was on the wrong side of his, it came off the wrong side of his toe. I think he was trying to toe poke it.
Good diagonal thing, level with the edge of the penalty. He's going to float this one in towards the post. Free header then, it's going to go in, is it off the line?
How has that not gone in?
It's Hansen with the header. Yeah. I thought that was in.
Yeah.
Cleared off the line, and that's the last effort on goal. It's clean sheet for Solihull Moors. No goal, but then 2 goals to win this game. It's finished Dover Athletic 0, Solihull Moors 2. Goals in the 30th minute by Nathan Cameron from a set piece, and then in the 53rd minute, Carl Hudlin